Ah, I seem to have stumbled upon the wrong channel. That's a joke, by the way. Today I'm filling in for Leverum as he cannot make videos and he doesn't want his channel to die in the meantime. So, I'm here today. Sorry, it's a bit of an upgrade, I know. Calm down.
Ooh, you're hard, showing off.
Anyway guys, welcome back to the Leverum Productions channel. Today I'm going to be ranking his MOCs from worst to best. Apologies in advance, Leverum, for any offence I cause you, because I'm not holding back. That's also a joke. Anyway, let's get into it. So, in last place for me is the episode 1 of the Clone Wars MOC. It was one you did for your Clone Wars MOC series, and if I'm honest with you, it was a good MOC, it was accurate to what we saw, but it was just a little bit lackluster in some areas. Some of the techniques in there were very good, but to be honest with you, you did sort of run out of pieces, I'm guessing, as you sort of got into it, and there's also quite a small MOC, so yeah, it just can't really compare to some of the MOCs we do see in this list in a bit. So yeah, that's last place for me. Now next up is Rescue on Eidow. Now at the time this was a very good MOC, but since then your skills have definitely improved in terms of MOC building, so I have to say this is a lot lower down. Although some areas were really good, like the pipe work you had going up the walls and the cannon and stuff, it was just quite unfinished in some areas and honestly could have just used to be like a bit smaller and have the pieces more concentrated in certain areas for it to look more finished. It was still a good MOC and the storytelling was great, but overall it just wasn't that good in comparison to some other ones. Next up is Sereno. Now when this released, this was definitely your best MOC at the time, but since then, like I said earlier, your skills have really gone upwards. Yes, they have definitely got a lot better since then. It was really nice the way you sort of had like the bridge going across the middle, and also the minifigure placement was very good, but like I said, since then your MOC skills have just got way better. You've got more pieces to use, and honestly your MOCs just look a lot more finished and clean nowadays than they did back then, but it's still a good MOC nonetheless, but just definitely not as good as some ones we're about to see. So now moving on to the fourth best one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 MOCs that are on this channel right now. The fourth best one, in my opinion, is the episode 2 of the Clone Wars Rising Malevolence. This MOC, beautiful in some areas. Now, the techniques used in this were just through the roof. The detail in some of the walls and stuff was absolutely astonishing, and honestly, the way you got that curved window, don't even want to attempt that in my life ever, but well done. However, in certain areas, like I said before, it was quite unfinished, and I'll get, to be honest, why it was, because you had to use so many pieces and get those awesome details in that you just weren't able to really get the, I guess, the finishing look that you really wanted with it, but it was still a really good MOC. I was really impressed by it, very accurate to what we saw in the Clone Wars, and like I said, it is a very good technical MOC, so good job, mister. Yeah. Now, interlude time before we get into the top 3, I just want to say, please subscribe to Leverum Productions if you haven't already. Yeah, that'd be really good for him. I don't know, he just liked that to do that. Also, leave a like if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the video so far. I'd appreciate that, and so would he, probably more so than me. But anyway, let's get into number 3. Alright, so in third place for me is the Last Stand, a LEGO Star Wars MOC, also sort of known as the Clone Base, I guess is what you sort of called it as well, but that was a very good MOC. That was definitely, when you released that, best MOC you'd ever done. It was very good at the time. I really liked the way he did like the curved walls and stuff. That was really nice. The interior was, there was lots of interior, surprisingly, which was very good. Also, you had that nice finished look on the outside. The inside didn't have tiles and stuff, so it looked a bit unfinished, but obviously tiles are quite hard to obtain sometimes, so fair enough to you for that. But yeah, overall, I thought it was a really good MOC. You had the great minifigure placement in there, story was great, and also you had some really nice clone troopers in there as well, which definitely gives it a little bit of bias in my opinion. But yeah, really good job that MOC, I really liked it, and definitely deserves third place on the list. Now, the final 2 for me were very close. It took a while for me to decide which one was the best, but I have got second place here. We're not going to the best one yet, we'll go to second place, and that is the Battle on Caton and Eidow. This MOC was just groundbreaking for you at the time. The outside walls and stuff of the base were honestly just a brilliant design. I don't know how you did that, it just looks absolutely great. The terrain was something you'd never done before in that sort of style, and it looked absolutely amazing. I never really expected you to build something quite like that, and you just pulled it out of the bag and I was like, wow, fair play to you. Also, those little like turret boxes you had on the outside were really cool. That gave it like a really Battlefront feel almost, and the interior was quite good. The only thing, like I said before, that sort of pushed this one away from me in the top was the sort of unfinished area in the interior. I get you had to use most of the pieces on the outside, which definitely paid off, but yeah. There's a plane. Can you hear that? There's a plane.
1 hour later.
There's still a plane. Oh, it's a helicopter. Helicopter! Mind that. So, I'm back anyway. What was I talking about? Yes, MOCs. But yeah, like I said, the interior was just a little bit unfinished, which was definitely worth it in the end because the terrain was just absolutely brilliant and the outside walls of the base were great as well. So yeah, really nice MOC for second place there, and for first place, I imagine most of you saw this coming. It is the Chandrilla MOC that you built recently as your first ever MOC build series, which was really cool to watch. I'd say this took the top spot for me because you finally managed to get the whole MOC looking just cleaned off, perfectly finished, and it was just really worth it. It looked so good. Start off with the base. That was an absolutely outstanding looking base. He had some really nice details in there. Minifig placement was great, and also used a lot of new pieces that you bought recently for that MOC, which definitely ended up looking really nice. Also, the outside just looked great. The terrain again was that same sort of style as the Caton and Moody one for a bit, and then also moved into some deep foliage as well, like I sort of do in my MOC. So I'm quite happy that you sort of integrated that sort of thing. Also, the tree, by the way, that tree's really good. I'm looking at it right now. That was a great tree. I love that tree. That was very clever to do. And also, overall, just the minifig placement just really worked with the MOC. There was a great story behind it, and of course, seeing you build it as like a whole, you know, MOC build series was very cool as well. So, really nice job on that MOC, as that is my favourite one of all the ones that you have done. And so, that's going to do it for this video. Apologies for me not being Leverum today, but I have to sort of, you know, step in and keep his channel alive. So that's cool. Anyway guys, of course, if you enjoyed the video, please do make sure to leave a like on it. I'm sure he'd really appreciate that, and I would as well, because it's me, so please do that. Also, drop a comment down below, letting Leverum know, and me know, I guess, what your favourite MOC from him is. I'm sure he and I would be very interested to hear. Also guys, if you want to subscribe to me, then feel free to do that right there. If you want to subscribe to Leverum, feel free to do that right there. And if you want to watch one of his other videos, watch that right there. My face is now covered up. Anyway guys, as always, have a brilliant rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Peace. Actually, no, I won't see you next time. Leverum will. Anyway, yeah, bye!